Before we dive into this video, I want to give a big thanks to this video sponsor, which is Ghost Star Tactical. Ghost Star Tactical makes stocks that mount on your AR-15 style buffer tubes, and they're referred to as the Glock stocks. And that's because they could store Glock mag or mags in the actual stock itself. They have 3 different offerings as well. The 1.7 houses a standard capacity magazine, the Giggle Pop holds a 30 round magazine, and then the 50 can hold both. Why would you want loaded Glock mag stored in your stock? Well, maybe you're shooting an AR-9 that takes Glock mags, so you could have extra mags right there, or it's a standard AR-15 and you have a sidearm with you that takes Glock mags as well. They have a few different colors as well, so be sure to check out Ghost Star Tactical. If you're wanting to make a purchase, use coupon code BRANDON to take 20% off your order. Now, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into today's video. Hey, what's going on, guys? Brandon here with Texas Plinking, and this is a fun video. It's kind of more chill, not a whole script to go through, not a gun review by any means. I got a new gun. I'm very enthusiastic about it, and I just kind of want to get some more impressions here. I would call them first impressions, and they technically are because of the first range session with my gun. But this is a Staccato P with a threaded barrel. I'll go through the specs on it, and obviously we're going to suppress it, as you probably saw in the title and thumbnail. But first impressions with my own, but it was on a random range day episode. A good friend of mine, Sebastian, had pretty much the exact same setup. Same pistol with the Dead Air Mojave 9, and it just ran so good with supersonics and subsonics. I was so impressed with it, I just wanted that same gun. I obviously love Staccato, just because of how much I showed him before. My favorite pistol is a Staccato, but it's an XC. The thing with the XC though, something that makes it so great, is the fact that it is compensated. So no threaded barrel capability, no suppression capability. So my favorite pistol I have, yes, but I also love shooting suppressed, and well, can't do it with this one. Now, they are totally different pistols still, in the sense that this one's kind of more in that competition, fun range day kind of element, unbelievably soft shooting, and we're going to show that some more. That compensator's a lot to do with it. But this here, the Staccato P, is more on that LE, or law enforcement side of things, in that it's a stiffer spring, so it doesn't feel as slick per se, but that's also with the purpose of running through a lot more conditions, adverse or whatever. Going to be interesting to see how that goes on a more long-term basis with my own suppressed as well. So haven't even shot my own really all that much, definitely not unsuppressed. And so we're gonna get some impressions with some subsonic stuff, the new Staccato 136 OTMs, and some full metal jacket stuff. This is supersonic 124 full metal jacket as well, just to see how it goes. But should be a really nice pistol, and I can imagine it's gonna become my second favorite pistol, just because of the sake I could suppress it, but it may not be as smooth as the XC, but oh well. To go through it a little bit more though, just because there's a lot of options you could do through Staccato, I chose to go with the steel frame just because personally I knew this was going to be kind of more of a range toy kind of thing, just to share with friends and family and whatnot, just have a good time at the range, but also just have it on the nightstand, all that stuff. What I'm saying is I don't need it to be a lightweight, and the aluminum frame is much lighter, so you could obviously point and transition quicker, but I wanted that anchor, that steel frame, own that it's a big metal hammer fire pistol, and that way it's a little bit smoother to shoot. Just again, range toy thoughts here. XC cuts here, and I went with the lighter trigger. I think these range at 3.5 to 4.5 pounds, whereas the XC is like 2.5 pounds. So again, differences here. This is not a video comparing the two. It's mostly gonna be about the P. So that being said, not a whole lot of talking to do otherwise. Just want to shoot it a lot, so let's go ahead and do that. Got a Leupold Delta Point Pro on top, Surefire X300U on there. Let's do some unsuppressed shooting initially with some full metal jacket, and so supersonic, and get some impressions that way. First rounds through it. Let's go ahead and see how it goes. Fully loaded mag here. Let's see if we are sighted in. We're gonna go with these targets on the right first. I think I'm just shaky. It should be sighted in. Okay, let's the small one on the right. No, I think it's low. Or I just suck. Maybe slightly low, so just a little bit of fine tuning to do. Might just do that real quickly, but otherwise, Staccato P feels as I would expect it to. Very nice. All right, let's go to the Texas Star here. Now we're running the Dead Air Mojave 9 with the same supersonic range ammo, 124 full metal jacket. We'll just try to double tap real quick. Pull that one there. Let's go for the top of the dueling tree. All right, that's nice. Got a little excited there and yoinked a couple of those, but damn, it feels really nice. I do a couple more with ears off, just into the dirt, just to get a good impression that way as well. Oh yeah, that's no issue whatsoever. All right, so make sure the suppressor's still nice and tight. We're just gonna go straight into subsonics. So this is the 136 OTMs. What's impressive though is recoil really doesn't feel all that much different, but the sound's definitely a lot less. No downrange pop or nothing like that. But yeah, funny enough, this thing feels amazing. The way I would expect it to feel with subsonics, it does, but it feels like that with the supersonics. It's just very, very soft. All right, let's give the P a little break real quick. It was the XC some love. Again, currently my favorite pistol, just as far as having fun at the range, confidence inspiring. It is just an awesome pistol. They don't pay me to say that. I bought this one. But I love it so much. Let's go ahead and go back to this one just to kind of go back from suppressed P to XC. Very confidently, probably my two favorite pistols I have right now. So let's do it. Of course, I yoinked that last one. It's the cheat code. I freaking love this thing. To be fair, I know it better as well. When it goes off, you would think it's a totally different caliber. It's way more concussive and loud, all because of that compensator. But just the flatness of it, how fast it is a lighter trigger by 1 to 2 pounds. Very, very different. I like having the both just because I love the way this shoots. Wouldn't touch a thing with it, but then I love shooting suppressed. So very, very cool. Go back to the table, talk a little bit more about something I want to address, and then we'll shoot some more and wrap this one up. All right, we're gonna go back to the suppressed P and we're gonna shoot the subsonics. But as I do that, I want to address, when I say my favorite and second favorite pistol, I want to be really, really clear here as well, because for some reason, emotions can get pretty high when people have certain preferences, but you're allowed to do that. As Americans, we can own these really, really exciting guns, and why we use them is up to us, and everyone else can just screw off with the rest. I say that because I posted a quick little innocent Instagram reel on this thing, and for the most part, people liked it. But a lot of people just had things to say, and that's without me saying it's my favorite. I think I did admit it might be my second favorite pistol, to be fair. Either way, people have things to say as far as why it shouldn't be and why their Glocks are better and why this, why that. But everyone's purposes are different. Now, I'm sure there's very good reason why a lot of law enforcement still have their polymer frames, striker fires, all that kind of stuff. But we could have our preferences just because, again, I like shooting recreationally. That doesn't mean you can't defend yourself as well. You got to be prepared for that as well. I'm not saying this is my favorite defensive pistol, everyday carry pistol. Just as far as this right we have, it's a freaking beautiful Sunday. I'm shooting guns because I can. It's pretty awesome. If you don't admit that, then you shouldn't be here. So this is pretty cool. And that being said, recreationally, enjoying time with friends and family, shooting, these are among my favorites because they're confidence inspiring. Yes, can someone like Jerry Michalik or whatever shoot better with an M&P than me? Of course, even if you give me an XC. That's not the point. That's like watching a review on a 911 GT3 RS and saying the Camry can do it for so much cheaper, just get proper driving training with the Camry. Valid, but maybe you just like the GT3 RS. So that's what's going on here. These are excessive. They're not absolutely necessary, but they make you a better shot. They're very fun to shoot, and for that, they're my favorite pistols for this purpose. I hope people understand it now, but that's why I like them so much. Not saying that they're the end-all be-all. There's no paid placements. There's no biasy. I just really like them. Again, not an ultra-long video, but then again, it was just going to be a range day I was going to do anyway, so might as well bring the camera along. But Staccato P, steel frame, threaded, so I can put my Dead Air Mojave 9, and with this mixture of ammo we've been running, it is just an absolute dream. So we've got maybe 10, 11-ish rounds, I don't know, of the supersonics. Once again, because I was very impressed that to the hands, it actually doesn't feel all that much different. It is just a little quieter once you go to the subs. So we're gonna go ahead and end with a full mag of subs, backed up to a little bit further range here. So let's go ahead and end it off here. That steel is significantly louder than the gun going off. Not too bad. It's getting more accurate with time. How about that? All right, so now we're familiar with that sound. Make sure that's still tight. Go to the subs. See if point of impact changes at all. It is a little lower. Nice. A little slower to get there. Good old Tom. That is so nice. That is straight up like an airsoft gun. And knowing it's not makes it all that fun. All right, Staccato P threaded. Gotta be my second favorite pistol for immature reasons. And if you don't like that, get over it. Absolutely love it. Guys, that does it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. See you guys next time.